All right, welcome everybody. We're here with Jacob Tapping again, and we are going to be talking about Gear Bubble tonight. All the ins and outs, show you how to create your account, and all the stuff you can do on Gear Bubble that you can't possibly do on a lot of the other pods. And, there's a ton of stuff with Gear Bubble, so we're going to get right into it. So welcome, Jacob, and tell us everything you know about Gear Bubble.
Okay, guys. So Gear Bubble, if you recall in the book, Merch in the World of Print on Demand is a platform that at the time of print, I was not on. I have since joined Gear Bubble because it was in my next top 5 platforms to join. So I'm on more platforms now than I've ever been on before. And so the information that I give you today is going to be a little bit more current than the book because it is fresh data. It's new information. There's also been some changes in Gear Bubble. So although it is mentioned in the book extensively, I've got links to it. I've got some tips on it. I have some integration information about it. You can set it up. You can connect your Gear Bubble web store through Shopify to Amazon and through Shopify to your own website. You can also connect it to eBay, which is pretty interesting stuff. We can talk about that maybe at the very end, but I want to make sure everybody's on the same page because I know that these are often available as recordings after the fact. And so whether you're watching live or the recording, I want to make sure everybody's on the same page. We all know what we're talking about. We're talking about pods. A pod is print on demand. A number of people that are on the call and probably people that are going to watch the replay are familiar with Merch by Amazon. It's probably one of the largest platforms in terms of getting sales from customers. And certainly it's fantastic. It gives you an option of 2 shirts. There's an Anvil shirt and there's a premium type shirt. The premium may or may not be Bell & Canvas and or American Apparel. But we're not here to talk about just Merch by Amazon. As Sean mentioned just before the recording started, we are talking about multiple pods. And this is part of a series where we're going through each of the pods. We've already covered Redbubble was the first one that we did. So we did a deep dive. We went through, we showed you guys how to do just set up a regular account. We showed you how to load up the designs. We showed you some of the options. We showed you some tips and tricks. We showed you how to download the special features that are built into Redbubble. So if you haven't had a chance to watch that, you should check it out. Probably the hottest tip or the most interesting tip, in my opinion, on that one was the ability to go in and add children's clothing. More than 99% of sellers on Redbubble do not have that options checked. It's not checked by default. So if you don't know how to check it and you're not checking it, then you're not on that category. And it's one of the hottest selling categories across pods, so check it out. Also, last week I mentioned Redbubble does have a mobile app. So if you're on iOS or Android, you want to download the Redbubble app. You can actually do a lot of things in there and check your store. It's very interesting. Last week we talked about Sunfrog. So just a quick overview. Sunfrog's big special superpower thing is the affiliate links, guys. So every account on Sunfrog gets an affiliate link for free. There's no cost to doing it. Just like all the pods that we're talking about so far, there's no costs, there's no monthly sign-up fee, there's no cost to upload, there's no annual fee, it's cost-free, okay? And the other interesting thing about all the pods we've already talked about, including the one we're doing today, which is Gear Bubble, is you can sign up for them right away. So you can sign up today. If you want to follow along on your computer or on your device, or maybe you have multiple screens going, maybe you got an iPad in one hand and a laptop in the other, who knows? Feel free to sign up for the platform when we do that. We've been signing up my wife, Tara. Do you want to say hi?
Yep. Hi.
So we've been signing her up on all these platforms as we go along. I'm already on all the platforms, so I don't really want to show you guys my personal accounts because I don't want to reveal my designs, and there's some other reasons why I don't want to show you my stuff. Some of the way I've set up some of the accounts, I just don't want to reveal what I'm doing on them exactly. So we've set up Tara live on the call so you guys can follow along. You can see exactly how to set up an account. We'll show you exactly what you need to put in. And the fun thing, the thing that I think is interesting is you can set up the account relatively quickly. There's no waiting period, except with Merch by Amazon there is, but with Redbubble there hasn't been, with Sunfrog there hasn't been, and today with Gear Bubble, no waiting period. There's no tiering. There's no limits. You can upload many designs every day. Until your heart's content. And they all go live. They're not throttled. They are sorted by popularity. So the more sales you make, the higher you get in the ranking. But they are not throttled. They're not limited. They are not suppressed. There's no suppressed listings. It's pretty interesting. So, Sean, should I go through the same format as last week and maybe show people some of the popularity, like how much traffic is really going to this site?
are you guys interested in seeing that? How popular Gear Bubble is compared to the other pods? I guess so. So yes.
Probably. Okay. So why don't we? I've got a bunch of windows and stuff open, but are we able to share my screen so people can see it?
Of course.
Or is it already being shared? Maybe.
No, you gotta share it.
Okay. Do I share that, or do I share it? Okay. Share screen. All right. Desktop. We're gonna go Inception style here, so I can see you up in the top right-hand corner. All right, so guys, what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've opened up a bunch of tabs just for the simplicity to save some time, because there's a lot of content here with Gear Bubble, just like there was with Redbubble and also with Sunfrog, and I don't want to kind of spend a bunch of time you guys watching me go to Google and look this stuff up. So in the book, Merch in the World of Print on Demand, which there's a link for in the chat, and there would be if you're watching it on a replay, there should be a link there as well. What I've done is gone through and figured out what the monthly traffic comparatively is for each of the pods, each of the print-on-demand platforms. And Gear Bubble is no different. It's quite popular. And if you're not familiar with Alexa, it is an Amazon-owned company, so it's owned by Amazon.com. And you can see my screen here. So you just go to alexa.com/site info, and you can look up any site. So I've looked up Gear Bubble. To look up a site, you just type it in here. So gearbubble.com. You click find, and it'll give you site information. So this is super up to date. What it'll give you here, this is the part that I think is interesting. It'll give you the global rank of the website. So out of all the websites in the planet, Amazon.com has ranked through Alexa gearbubble.com as the 38,361. It's not the most popular site. The most popular site in the world by traffic is Google. Some of the other top ones are Facebook, Instagram, even Amazon.com is in the top 10 worldwide. And then it gives you a rank in some different countries. So in this case, it's giving us the United States. So it's saying United States is the highest percentage value of any single country. And it's ranked 12,887. So out of all the websites that are available in the United States of America, this gearbubble.com is ranked 12,887. It also gets kind of interestingly gives you a time chart here, guys. And you can look this up for any website. You can go to Amazon.com and check it out. You can look up Redbubble, Gear, or Sunfrog, which we've done in the previous two videos. The next video that we're doing is going to be FanPrint, so we'll be doing a traffic lookup there. FanPrint's going to be interesting because it's newer, so it'll have much more of a steeper curve in terms of traffic. But you can see here, Gear Bubble, as far back as July 2016, it was floating around 35,000 K. So that means it's in the top 35,000 or so websites in the world. So this is the worldwide ranking that you're seeing here. And it's gone up as high as between 25 and 20,000. So the lower the better. So when this goes up, you're getting a lower ranking, which means it's getting more traffic compared to other websites. It's really dropped off a little bit since January. And that's kind of expected because what you expect is in Q4, or the months of October, November, and December, most people worldwide are going to be shopping. And of course, it's heavy weighted in the US because of the currency and because of the huge population there. Over 300 million buyers living in the US, and they tend to shop in Q4 for Christmas shopping. So you can see between October and January 1st, the ranking for Gear Bubble just shot right up. And then as expected, after Q4, you're getting into Q1, Q2, it kind of tapers down a bit, so it slows down. And you'll see that with all of the pods right now. We saw the same thing with Sunfrog. We'll probably see that with other pods. Some of the very, very new ones, like FanPrint, we might actually be a slightly different one. I'm not sure they have that much history behind them. To give you some context, Gear Bubble came out in September of 2015. So that was when it was released publicly. So it's about the same age as the Merch by Amazon program. That also came out in 2015 in the fall, around September, October-ish. So depending on when people started signing up for it publicly, that's about when it came out. So it's about the same age as that. Clearly, it's not going to have the same amount of traffic as Merch by Amazon listings because they go right onto the Amazon.com platform. That's the largest single retailer online within the United States. And globally, it gets more e-commerce traffic than any other single platform. So Amazon.com, of course, is a great place to buy things. But so is Gear Bubble. So you've seen the ranking. I'm going to mention a couple of facts and things about Gear Bubble. First of all, we'll just go to the website. So it's located at gearbubble.com. And if you browse through the front page, you're going to see some interesting things. This has been updated since I published the last iteration of the book, Merch in the World of Print on Demand. At that time, I believe we had something like 500,000 plus happy customers. There was 400,000, 300,000 or 400,000 campaigns launched, and there was, I don't think there was 100,000 sellers globally yet, but these have all gone up, and that's a good news. So Gear Bubble has sold over 1 million individual orders
crazy.
for products. Yeah, it's gone up quite a bit.
At the time of your book, it was 500,000 on the first category.
Yeah, so it was 500,000 for happy customers before. Now it's 1 million plus.
180,000.
It was 180,000 campaigns. Now it's 500,000 plus.
65,000.
65,000 sellers globally. Now it's 100,000 plus.
And
So
then-
this is in the last 2 months, guys.
And then millions.
It just said millions before. Now they put a number to it. So 15 million plus. So the platform is definitely growing. We're going to touch on some reasons why it's growing, how it's growing. We're going to set up a new account for my wife, Tara, so we can see exactly how to do that. Can I take a pause here and see if there's any questions before we get into setting up the account? Any specific things
There haven't
you
been
want to
any
know?
more questions yet, but
Okay, and so do you want to just explain to people how they would ask a question if they're new to Zoom or if this is their first sort of live webinar? How would they ask a question and or chat in the chat?
right. If you don't want to leave something in the chat, there's not a whole lot of people here tonight, so I don't think it should be a very big deal. But you can click on Q&A, the Q&A button. If you scroll to the bottom of your window for the Zoom, and then you can enter a question, and then it won't scroll through the chat. It'll just stay there until we actually answer it.
Okay, and I do see we have a few people. I can see Gallagher Sweeney is here, Julia Winka is here, Becky Sill is here, a few other people. So guys, feel free to interact. This is a live webinar. We're really live. Like, you can ask us a question and we'll see it. So feel free to interact. If you have any questions or if you want to invite other people to come in and watch the live show, you can. It's going to be a bit shorter than the previous ones. We're about 20 minutes in. Is that ready?
Yeah.
We've been talking for 20 minutes. We haven't even started yet.
I know, you just...
Okay, so guys, we're going to get in here. We're going to set up an account for you. Before we get started, I want to point out some differences between Gear Bubble and Amazon.com, because that's where Merch by Amazon.com, Merch by Amazon is where a lot of sellers are at. Merch by Amazon has 2 products. They are both a t-shirt. So they have a t-shirt regular, which is the Anvil, and then they have a premium t-shirt. Gear Bubble, like the other pods, has many more things. You can see a bunch of them listed at the bottom here. So they've got t-shirts, they've got specialty t-shirts, they have hoodies. You know, they have all kinds of different garments for tops. So they have unisex t-shirts, women's t-shirts, hoodies, unisex tank tops, women's tank tops, youth t-shirts, youth hoodies, premium t-shirts. They have sweatshirts, they have v-necks. Those are all just under shirts. They even have a zip-up hoodie. So that is just under the category of the tops, the shirts. And in addition to shirts, they have a lot more other things. So they have mugs, not just regular mugs. They have thermal mugs, and we can take a look at that. But they have mugs that change color when they heat up, which is kind of interesting. They have jewelry, guys. So they have like necklaces. I've written a bunch of these things down so I can kind of mention them to you. So they have phone cases, mugs.
Leggings.
Yeah, they have leggings. They have beanies, which are like little toques for your head.
They have pillowcases.
Yeah, pillowcases, necklaces. They have bracelets. They have posters. Posters is a newer item. They didn't have that when they first came out. So they've added posters. Yeah.
Hey, Jacob, normal people don't know what a toque is.
Oh, okay. So for the non-Canadians in the crowd, because I understand not everybody watching this from Canada right now, there may be some people from other places in the world. A toque is like a beanie, or a beanie is like a toque. Toques usually a little bit longer. They go up on the side, but it's Canadian terminology, some jargon. I apologize. I'm not from the U.S. at the moment. So a toque and a beanie are pretty much the same thing. It's a hat. You put it on your head. It is knitted. So when you make a design for the beanies, they are knitted products, so they can take a little bit longer to make on Gear Bubble, but it's pretty interesting, and it's something that's not available on Merch by Amazon. It's actually, beanies are not available in a lot of places. There's no beanies currently on Redbubble, and I have not yet seen a beanie on Sunfrog, 2 other platforms that we covered within the last 3 weeks here. So yeah, they do have all over prints. So that's sublimation. So you can print the entire shirt, not just the target area of the shirt. Again, the other things.
Jacob, Kelly has a question.
Sure.
I've had a lot of people asking questions about jewelry on here. Do you know anything about like, is it nickel free? There's tons of people who suffer nickel allergy, and they're curious as to if you would know if it's nickel free or not.
Or so is the jewelry? Yeah, I don't know the chemical composition of the jewelry. When we go in, we can take a look and see if they give us additional information. There is additional information about almost all of the products across all the pods. Sometimes they'll give you more than you would imagine, and sometimes less than you would imagine. So at the moment, I don't know off the top of my head if it contains nickel or not. I know nickel is an added thing for making steel, stainless steel, so it prevents things from rusting. But some people have sensitivity to all kinds of metals, whether it's steel or nickel.
It's zinc.
There's zinc that can be added as well. There's all kinds of different sensitivities that people have.
That's on your bubble.
Okay, so I've got my little wife has looked it up. So the round pendant necklace, gold plated, size and details. Yeah. They come in gold plating or silver plating. The core metal of the necklace is a zinc alloy, and then it's wrapped in gold plating. Since the core of the pendant is a zinc alloy, it does not have a carat rating. And the gold plating is 0.2 millimeters thick and has a beautiful lustrous shine. The handmade hardened resin insert, which is the part where the design goes, so it's a sublimation product, is placed on top of the pendant to give it the highest quality color and vibrance possible. It's also made in the USA, and it's 100% USA, so it's 100% American. So it's a zinc core, but it's an alloy. So the alloy, I can't tell you if the alloy has
okay, appreciate that. I'll spread the word, and I'll have them look into, or I'll look into it if I can, and if I find anything, I'll let you know too. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, the zinc alloy is going to be plated in either silver or gold. So the part that touches your skin is going to be silver or gold. It'll be pure. I don't know if it has a carat rating. We can take a look though. Any other questions that have come in, Sean or Kelly? Any other questions you guys have?
That was
no. Well, yeah.
I had.
Okay.
That's a good question. There's all kinds of things that can come up, and people do have real questions all the time. So whether it's what kind of alloy is the metal, what kind of thread stitch is the garment. I know that Gear Bubble shirts are made, printed, and shipped from the USA, so I can tell you that. I know that the t-shirts are 100% cotton, so some of the other pods use cotton, or they use a polyester, they use a 50-50 blend. Some of them have different stitching options. So this one, for the unisex t-shirt anyways, they use jerseys. Jerseys is the actual manufacturer of the blank shirt. I don't know if you can see behind me, but I've got a whole stack of stuff back here, Sean. Bags and stuff. I'm actually setting up a Merch Madness research and development facility in my house to do deep dive research on the products you can get on the print on demand things. You'll probably see that in a couple weeks. But I'll be doing things like what is the actual thread count on things? What is the actual weight of cotton? I know that with Gear Bubble, they're using a 5-ounce cotton, and it's 100% cotton. So with garments, the higher the thread count or the higher the weight, generally the more expensive they are. So a 5-ounce weight per yard is a little bit sort of in the middle. I've seen them as low as 3. I've seen them as high as like 12 ounces. Those are some really thick shirts. But if anybody has any questions, whether it's a technical question or a general question, whether it's about the designs, the file types.
Actually, quite a few questions that people have seen a lot of bad reviews on Gear Bubble and the quality. So do you have any experience with, I guess, bad, bad products coming from them?
Yeah, so what you're going to find is the more popular a print-on-demand place is, there's going to be more chances for error. So they've shipped over 1 million orders, right? And with 1 million orders, some of those orders are not going to be complete. I know when I did a deep dive to research this for the book and also before our call as well, that they do have some good policies on the quality. So for example, they ship mugs. The mugs are made up of ceramic. And so if your ceramic mug breaks during shipping, right? So regardless of how they pack it, sometimes they'll break. Sometimes they'll actually break due to temperature because ceramic doesn't have a lot of elasticity. So if you're shipping from a warmer climate to a very cold climate, they do ship worldwide. So I know in Canada in the wintertime it's super cold. If they make the mug in a hot climate, and then they ship it out, then it can actually fracture during the shipping. It's also, ceramic is pretty brittle. So they do have a policy where if you get a broken mug, they will reissue you a new one. You just have to contact support and they'll send you a new one. So that's something that I thought was kind of interesting. They did touch on that. Now, Gear Bubble, as we touched on before, it's relatively new. So it's less than 2 years old, right? It opened in September of 2015. So coming up this September, it'll have its 2-year anniversary. Unlike some of the other platforms we talked about, Sunfrog, which we did last week, it's a little bit older. So it's been around for 3.5 years or so. And Redbubble, which we actually talked about, was our first one, which was 3 weeks ago now. It celebrated its 10th year anniversary, right? So it's been around for 10 years. So Gear Bubble is relatively new. When they start out as a new platform, they're going to have a bunch of wonky thumbs. I know when they first started, their shipping times were garbage. That has improved dramatically, and it continues to improve. The longer a pod is around, generally speaking, the improvements they make. So with regards to quality, I haven't heard any more quality concerns than other platforms, and I understand they all have quality concerns. So I believe sometimes there'll also be sellers that get really antsy about getting kicked off a platform or not having a positive experience. They'll make more noise than other sellers. So I've seen that on multiple platforms. Somebody once contacted me and says, Teespring is garbage. I should never use it. I don't want to ever talk to Teespring. And I thought, I talked to them about it a bit. And I think it was more of a one-off thing, right? So somebody might have a poor experience with any order. It's certainly possible. And they do touch on the quality thing, like with the mugs, for example. If they break in shipping, they'll send you a new one. There's no charge for it, guys. So they do make an attempt to make sure the quality is high. And they win when we win as sellers. So we're on the same team. So whatever pod you're using, whether it's Merch by Amazon, or whether it's Sunfrog or Teespring or Teechip or, any of them, Represent, Screen, Motif, Rayjon, Bonfire, Threadless. We could go on and on. There's tons of them. They win when customers are happy, number one, and number two, when their sellers are happy. They want both to be happy, right? Because if you have ticked off sellers, you're not going to have a good product. And if you have ticked off buyers, your website's going to die. So they do win when we win. When we make profit, they make profit. An interesting thing about Gear Bubble is they have flat unit pricing, and it's actually really reasonable. So we can touch on that when we go in. I was looking today, for example, you can get a unisex t-shirt from Gear Bubble, and you can set your sale price to $5.95, which is relatively low. If you compare that to, let's say, Merch by Amazon, their shirt low price was $10.96. So if you wanted to order one for yourself or for a demo or a sample or something, $10.96. With Gear Bubble, instead of $10.96, this is US dollars, you can go down to $5.95. So if you want to order your own shirts, you want to clothe your family, like if you've got kids or your spouse or yourself or your friend, your parents or whoever, you can order your own merchandise off almost any of the pods as long as they ship to where you live. So for example, Merch by Amazon, they ship within the USA right now. So I live in Canada. I cannot order my own merchandise without forwarding it through a shipping forwarder or picking it up in the US, which I do occasionally do. But with Gear Bubble, they do ship worldwide, just like Redbubble ships worldwide and Sunfrog ships worldwide. They ship anywhere in the world. There's no reason why they shouldn't be shipping worldwide. So I don't know. I hope that answers the question around the don't forget the shipping at Gear Bubble, says Julia. Yeah, Julia. They have 3 shipping options. They have shipping in the USA. They have shipping to Canada, which is more expensive than the US. And then they have international shipping, which is even more expensive than Canada and the US. So they do have flat rate on their shipping. They also have flat rates on their products. We're going to go into the products. Let's set up an account. Before we do that, any other questions? Because it's a live show here.
What about mock-ups? Lori was asking if you have any suggestions or resources for non-coffee mug mock-ups. She said she's asked in their Facebook group, and then she can't find any kinds of mock-ups for their shirts or hoodies.
Okay, so every platform is a little bit different. Some platforms provide you with mock-ups. Just thinking of one that's really good for that is Spreadshirt. So Spreadshirt.com, they have a link to a Flickr channel. And on the Flickr page, they have like 3,000 mock-ups. And they're not just product mock-ups, but they're actually lifestyle mock-ups, something like you would see in Placeit. When we were looking at Sunfrog last week, you'll recall, if you watched the replay or the live show, sunfrog.com actually offers now lifestyle images free of charge with your designs. So that's something that Teespring was offering free of charge before, and now Sunfrog has picked up on it. They offer free lifestyle images. The images from Sunfrog are actually a partnership with Placeit. So they are the same inventory, the same stock photos that Placeit uses. And Placeit, there's links all over the place in the book to Placeit, both for the images for lifestyle mockups, as well as videos. So it's not just static images. They actually have live videos. You can click on those links within the book, Merch in the World of Print on Demand, for Placeit. There's also, Teespring still offers them, but you have to make more than 10 sales before you can access them. And Sunfrog also offers them for free with any level of sales. So even a brand new account qualifies for those mock-up images. The screen shirt, though, screen shirt, it has like thousands of mock-ups for free through their Flickr channel. And Flickr, if you're not familiar with it, it's a website that's owned by Yahoo. It's for images. It's kind of like the Instagram before Instagram existed. It's got pictures for everybody, and you can see portfolios, and some artists and photographers and stuff use them. The other thing you can do is you can go into royalty-free stock websites, and you can actually get mock-ups. There's also good tutorials on how to make a mock-up. So if you want to take a shirt from one of the pictures here, you can actually erase the image and make a mock-up for the design if you want it to be site-specific. The sites do actually carry different types of shirts, which we touched on at the beginning of the call. So in addition to regular t-shirts, you're going to see V-neck shirts, you're going to see hoodies, zip-up hoodie or pullover style. Just thinking about Gear Bubble here, they've got multiple different types of shirts. We'll actually drop them down. We're going to make a shirt here. So let's create an account so people can see that. Any other quick questions before we do that?
No, I think we're good now.
We're good to go. Okay, so to create your account, you can follow along because, again, it's live. There's no cost. It doesn't cost anything. It's totally free, guys. You can add this even if you're a seller on another platform. Let's say you're Merch by Amazon seller and you love it. I love it too. I'm on there. Tier 500. You're Tier 500 as well on Merch by Amazon. So lots of love for Merch by Amazon. We love the platform. But if you want to set up multiple pods, here's how you do it. You go to the website, in this case, Gear Bubble. So www.gearbubble.com. Let's say you have no idea what it's called. You can Google it. Just type in gear space bubble. It's the first link. Click on it. You get to gearbubble.com. Boom. Without looking at everything else, you can just go straight to Get Started. It's right under Products Today. Start selling your own products today. Over 10,000 sold. That's of that unit. That one design there has sold more than 10,000 units. So you can get a lot of sales on Gear Bubble. So let's get started. We're going to click on Get Started here. It's a big green button right in the middle. I'm kind of waving my mouse around it here. I already clicked on it. I'm just waiting for my thing to load. All right, so to create an account, you're going to have to put in your name, email address, password, address, and your country, and then you hit Create Account. So we're going to create one for my wife. My wife's name is Tara. It's going to be Tara Topping. Email address, which is it, Tara?
At the Melaninc.
At the Melaninc.com. Her email address is actually in the book as well for people that pre-order the books. Password, no, I don't want the same password as my account. Do you want to type in your account password?
Yep.
Would you show it to me?
Yeah,
Or why don't you type it in?
Oh, sure.
Okay, she's going to come over and type in her password, guys. She's got a password specifically ready for Gear Bubble. Okay, and then you can click on the next one. You can hit the tab to go through as well. You don't want the same one as that. Just start typing it. Okay, so you type in your password, guys. It's not like one of those other websites that has a really restrictive thing. You can use capitals if you want. You can use lowercase. You can use apostrophes or pound signs or whatever punctuation you want, no problem. Address, we are going to put in our P.O. box address for that.
Yep.
So if you're watching the replay, you want to erase this from your memory, unless you want to send us fan mail. Let's just go for it. This address is not in the book. We put our U.S. address to save you guys money on shipping. But this is our Canadian address. So if you're a super fan, you want to send us mail, go for it. Our address is P.O. Box 291, Braeside, Ontario.
Jacob.
Tara hates it when I put this in, but it's not even our house address. It's our P.O. Box. KOA1GO. Send me fan mail. You want to send me shirts? My size is 4XL. You can find a 4XL. Go for it. All right. Create your account. So I create the green button here. What it's going to do is it's going to send you a confirmation. I'm going to save your email. Is that okay?
Sure.
All right. So it's going to send Tara to her email address a confirmation email. So she's going to check that on her cell phone
right here.
because we don't want to log into your email here. And then she's going to click, what's it called? Confirm. There's a link that you confirm. And it actually tells you right here, a message with a confirmation link has been sent to your email address. Please follow the link to activate your account. Okay, so she's done that. She has activated her account.
I'm doing it right now.
Okay, well, you go ahead and do it.
I'm doing it this very second.
You want to show people how much fun you're having activating your account?
Woo!
It's on her phone, okay? Trust, I know that it didn't pick up on that.
Nope.
Woo! Yeah, it's happening right now. She's confirming the account.
It's confirmed.
It's confirmed. Okay, great. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to go right into this. Now, I guess we'll have to log in now. So it automatically populates the last thing that you put in. When I click on this, I've got a hot link, guys. I put it right in my toolbar here. So I've got one to GearBubble. When I click on that, it pre-fills my information. But when you do it, when you set up another account, because you can set up more than one account. Here's a tip, okay? The golden nugget tips. We like to do this from time to time. You can set up more than one pod account, guys. You can have one for yourself, one for your spouse, one for your kids, one for your business, one for your alternative personality, one for your friend. You can set up one for your parents, your kids, your neighbors, your cousin. You can set up all these pods without much trouble from the pods because they like to have sellers. They don't mind. So, all right. I'm not going to click remember, babe, but we've got Tara@themelanique.com. It auto-populates your password. I'm going to click login now. Boom. When you log into a brand new account, you don't have any of your designs there. So we're gonna go straight to the designs. Okay. Last time we talked about all the features and stuff. We're gonna skip right to the action. So to make a design on GearBubble.com, you're gonna click right here, the green button. It says Launch Campaign. Okay. We're gonna click Launch Campaign. Why are your internet so slow today? Probably because we're live streaming a live video webinar.
Probably.
All right, here's the options. Traditional, couple, club, stack, or store. You can make campaigns on GearBubble. You can have multiple stores. The stores offer customization. You can have a regular store. You can have one with a banner. You can have one with a sliding banner that kind of flies by. And you can fill it with shirts. And you can have more than one if you want. So we're going to go with traditional, okay? Traditional is just it's a traditional show today, Sean. So we're going to go with traditional design. Click on traditional. Boom, it's got all these options. Sorry, what was that?
I said traditional show.
It's a traditional show. I mean, it's like last week we set up an account with Sunfrog, and the week before that with Redbubble, and now we're doing with GearBubble, and next week we're going to set one up with Fanprint. It's the tradition. We're also going to pick shirt, hoodie, because that's the tradition. And so you do have options on all these things. You do a coffee mug, a necklace, bracelet, shirt, phone case, hat, beanie. Not a toque, it's a beanie. Pillowcase, poster, all over print, leggings, laser engraved necklace. Okay, we're gonna go with shirt, hoodie. So you click on the item, you can see when you select it, it puts a little circle on it. It's kind of fun. The circles are actually different. Sometimes it ends at the top or the bottom. The circle's not really a big deal. So we'll go next step. Now, this pod is a little bit confusing. The first time I started using it, I was like, what are you talking about? What's going on here? But I'm gonna walk you through it to save you the trouble. And hopefully you're following along, and hopefully, I think there was like 20, 30 people watching live. So hopefully you guys are all setting up an account if you don't already have one. And if you already have one with GearBubble, hopefully you're thinking of some creative questions you can ask us. Step one was select your product. We selected t-shirts or hoodies. Step two is create a design. So we're gonna upload the design. You don't have to upload a design. Last week, we pulled a surprise one. We didn't upload a design. We made I Love Sean Mayo shirt, if you recall. You can purchase that on the Mastering the Pod with Sean Mayo Facebook group. It's a closed group, but you have access to the I Love Sean Mayo t-shirt. I recommend you buy that. So what we're going to do this week, instead of making a design, you can add a text layer or a photo layer, okay? You can upload it on the front and the back. So traditionally, most of the pods will default to the front, but if you want to have the design on the back, you can flip it around. So we can do that here. We can click on See the Back. This is the back. See the front, boom, you can see the front. It also shows you the type of shirt. So there's unisex, as I mentioned before, there's the women's tee, hoodie, unisex tank top, women's tank top, youth tee, youth hoodie, premium tee, sweatshirt, V-neck tee, zip hoodie, it's with a zipper, long sleeve shirt. So we're gonna go with the unisex hoodie. I'd also notice the different shirts here. This has a double sewn inseam collar. So you'll notice when you order samples for yourself and for your family or friends and stuff, the shirts are not all made equally. Okay, some of them have like a double stitching, some of them have collars, some of them don't have collars. There's all kinds of different styles. So here's another golden tip. This is golden tip number 2 for this call. Order your own stuff because you want to know exactly what your customers are getting. If you want the peace of mind of knowing what does somebody get, what's the shipping time like, what kind of packaging does it come in, order your own stuff, not to make sales, but so that you understand what your customers are getting. I order stuff all the time. I've got behind me here, I think it's on me, yeah.
No.
I've shown this before. I've got this hoodie.
Oh, that's not this.
This is not from a pod, but
No.
it's something that I ordered. It's got vinyl heat press on it. It's actually a national Canadian Olympic shirt. Here's the one I was thinking. I thought it was this shirt. So order your own stuff, guys. This is the famous unicorn shirt. So it's got a unicorn with a laser coming off the top, with a cat chasing it in space with wings and rainbows and triangles and clouds. But by ordering it, you can check a bunch of stuff. You can check to verify the tag that it says it is correct. So this is a Delta fleece. Okay, it's Delta fleece. You can check that out. You can make sure the sizing is correct. It's a 3XL. This is one that's my hopeful shirt because I want to lose a bit of weight and then I can get, hopefully someday, Merch by Amazon shirts that I can wear if they ship to Canada. So what we're going to do is we're going to go straight to design uploads. We're going to upload a graphic. It's going to pull up by default my Design by Pickle. That's what I use here. And so today at 12:55, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20. I got 20 designs today at 12:55 a.m. when I was up late doing designs. I'm going to pick this design. This is the Freedom or Peace, I choose both design. It's a new design. It just came in today from my Design Pickle designer. I'm uploading it. Now, here's something interesting. When you design upload to GearBubble, originally GearBubble allowed you to upload in a number of designs. They had .eps, .png, .jpeg, and .gif. This is back in the fall of 2015. Since then, they've made some changes, and this is a life lesson. All of the pods will change over time. So when you learn something once, when you go back, it may or may not be the same because they change. So with GearBubble, you can grab this bottom thing here. You can zoom in, zoom out. You can see that the actual image frame is beyond the printable area, but you don't care because you just want to make sure your shirt is. So if you go like this, your design will go outside of the border and it looks silly. So I recommend just kind of sizing it the way you want. You can also move it up and down. They've got guides for top and left, so you can kind of see the center point. So if you know the center point on your designs, which I recommend you do, interesting. So you can snap to center, so it's centered. That's good. I can rotate it. You know, if you wanted to rotate it around, you can do that. You can duplicate it, center it, delete it. They have all these different design options. They also have default colors, guys. Probably the best-selling color, generally speaking, is going to be black. Most people will add or order a black shirt, maybe because it keeps them warm in the wintertime or because it's slimming or other reasons. I don't know. Generally speaking, black is the most popular color. From a side note, if you're ever ordering blank shirts and doing your own, or if you are pricing out the lowest cost on something like T-Chip, for example, where they actually show you the price per color and they really drill down, or Scalable Press, which you can plug into your Amazon, of course, through your Shopify store. Colored shirts like a black cost more money than a white shirt. Okay, so when you're doing this, the cost to produce the shirt is actually more than a white shirt, which costs less, primarily because they don't have to dye it with other colors. Plus, there may be other reasons behind it. I'm not sure. So black is generally the most popular. So that's what we're going to do as my default color. It happens to go well with this. I asked my designer to put a border around it so that I don't have to worry about if it's white, it's got a black border, and if it's black, it's got a white border. because I put 2 borders. There's another tip. Golden tip, guys. If you're doing text-based designs and you don't know what color shirt it's going to be on, do what's called a stroke, S-T-R-O-K-E, stroke. It's available on Photoshop. It's available on Illustrator. It's available on other programs, right, whether you're using Corel Draw or you're using, I don't know, GIMP. GIMP's a free program. You can use that on Affinity Design, Affinity Photo. It's a great product. Add a stroke and make your stroke a light color, like white, for example, and a dark color. That way you'll have a stroke that fits your text-based designs, and it'll show up well on a black t-shirt or a white t-shirt or a yellow t-shirt, or everybody's favorite on Merch by Amazon. It's got to be pink, right? So pink t-shirts, black or white stroke, or both. It's a good idea. So if you want to put on your own personal stuff, you can like add some text to the shirt. You can have your choice of fonts here, guys. They have Arial, Black, Thomas, Bernada, Toham, Georgia, Sans, Monica, Ninjarato. I mean, there's a whole bunch of them. I'm not going to go through all the fonts. There's tons of fonts. You can add them if you want. You can have different colored text. You can have the hexadecimal code. You can actually push the colors here. We're not making a design because last week we made I Love Sean Mayo. You should totally check it out. But this week we're going to go freedom or peace. I choose both, that being freedom or peace. And we're going to hit next. Boom. Goes to the next. This is everybody's favorite part, the keywords, guys. The titling, the keywords, that kind of thing. For anybody that's watching live, you can suggest a title, but since this is Tara's brand new account, we just created it live during the show because it's super easy. Tara, what are you going to call this freedom or peace? I choose both t-shirt.
Freedom or peace. And freedom, I don't know. Freedom.
You can always change it later, guys. You can click edit and you can change it.
Freedom, peace, love. I don't know.
Freedom, peace, love.
Yep.
Okay. Here's something, if you're wondering, does my description or my title have to match exactly the words on the shirt if it's a text-based design? The answer is no. They don't have to match. There's no word love here, but it is a keyword, and it's somebody that searches for your campaign title, and you put freedom, peace, love. Maybe somebody that's into love would also like freedom or peace. So the words don't have to match the shirt. However, they should be in the general range, because if you miss keyword things, customers hate that. And generally speaking, customers hating something will lead to complaints. Complaints will lead to, disgruntled emails to people. You want to forget that stuff. You want to make a nice, clean, clear description, a nice, clean, clear title. These guys are funny. They automatically put in just released, limited time only. This item is not available in stores, guaranteed safe checkout, Visa, PayPal, MasterCard. Click buy it now to order yours, printed, made, and shipped from the USA. We're going to take out a bunch of that. It's important for a lot of people that it's printed, made, and shipped from the USA, so maybe we'll add that. We'll keep it. Describe your shirt, Tara.
For the Patriot friend or family member. Why choose between freedom or peace? Let's choose both.
Period? Exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark.
Exclamation mark.
Oh boy.
All right. You good with that?
I'm good with that.
Okay.
So
I made an extra R there.
Oh boy.
For the Patriot friend or family member, you always want to reread your stuff, make sure it doesn't, it's not ridiculous. Correct your typos. If you're on a Mac, it'll underline in red. It's kind of nice. If you're on a PC, you can probably set that up. So for the Patriot friend or family member, why choose between freedom or peace? Let's choose both. Exclamation mark. Printed, made, and shipped from the USA. And in fact, let's take out the brackets. Let's just make that a little bit more declarative. Give them a couple of exclamation points. Now, category, you got animals, profession, faith, family, holidays, veterans, yoga, or other. Remember, last week, Sunfrog's special category was zombies. Gear Bubble's special category, yoga. Okay, it's kind of an unusual thing. They separated out yoga. They think that's not on most pods. So what's it going to be? Is this a yoga shirt, Tara? Friends, family, holidays, veterans, maybe?
Well, I would say veterans.
Veterans. Okay,
Yeah.
so for anybody who's not familiar with the word veteran, you need a dictionary. You need to really educate your vocabulary a bit. Veterans are people that are involved with the military or have fought or served for the military forces. Very popular in the U.S. Tags, optional. Okay, you don't have to put a tag in. So are the categories. Take this up, Tara.
Veteran.
Okay, we're going to go straight to veterans.
America.
Veteran or veterans?
Veteran.
Veteran, okay. Now, if I hit comma, it's going to make it a tag. If I hit space, it allows you to do multi-word. Some platforms let you do this, some don't. For example, Sunfrog, when we went through it last week, I showed you, if you do space or comma, it tags it out as a word. If you want to do more than one, remember the special tip from last week was type it all out, copy it, and paste it in as a chunk. You paste it in as one, and you get multi-word keywords. Very important with Sunfrog because they're very sticky on their keywords and they only give you 3. So with 3 keywords, you want to do some multi stuff. With Gear Bubble, if you hit space, let's say I do something in a space and something else, space, something else, it's fine. But as soon as I hit comma, it tags it up as a new tag. Okay, and I'll show you that. So I hit comma, it tags it up, and you can also delete them if you want to click on the little delete, get rid of them in case you make a mistake. We need more tags. One tag is just not enough. It's like Highlander, the movie series, where it says there can only be one. With tags, it's the opposite. There should be more than one, okay? And they're optional, but it'll help get you found. Keywords are important. Okay. Sean, do you want to throw out some keywords for this?
I got a question.
Yeah.
Do you know the limit on how many keywords you can have?
I have not yet seen a limit with Gear Bubble. I imagine there is a limit. We could try and push the limits today on the show and find out. But as far as I recall, there is no limit. Some of them will have a 30-word limit in the description. In this case, it says 300 characters. 300 characters or less is recommended. 1,500 characters is the maximum. That's for your description. But
Right.
for the tags, I have not seen a limit before. We were welcome to push it. Some of the platforms will give you primary tags, like the most relevant ones, like maybe 10. And then they'll give you 25 or 30 other tags, which you can still put in, but they're not the primary super tags. We can see those when we get to the other pods, because I'm hoping that this goes for many weeks and we can show people all kinds of different pods. They're really quite different, and they all have their little unique nuances. Gear Bubble, I have not seen a maximum, but we can try and max it out if you want. I need some tags. I know Kelly's there with you. Does Kelly have any ones?
America.
Yep.
Pride.
People in the comments, you're watching live, give us some. We got to tag this up, guys.
Let's go freedom.
Flag, good. We got freedom.
Uh-oh.
Free.
Oh, did you lose it? Are you out?
What?
Oh.
Oh, my computer is lagging here.
Oh, okay.
Freedom. Did you say police?
Yeah, a lot of people would like that if they look for police, but I didn't.
Okay.
Police.
Peace.
Yep. USA.
USA. Good. Acronyms. Not ISA. USA. Okay. Any other ones?
Choice.
Oh, I got red, white, and blue. That's a good one. Okay, we'll do red, white, and blue. See how I'm using the space bar? And then I hit comment, it tags it up. The whole thing, multi-word tags. Very good. Gallagher Sweeney, thanks for that red, white, and blue. Anyone else, Tara?
No, that's...
Does Kelly have a tag?
Kelly's not here.
Oh, yeah, Veterans Day, okay.
Genius.
Veterans.
Looking to see.
Veterans Day.
Oh, yeah. Do you need T-shirt or T-shirt?
How about 4th of July? 4th of July. That looks like kind of a 4th of July type of shirt.
Yeah. Someone else had that idea. Someone's asking if you need to have T-shirt or T-shirt.
4th of July, yeah, you can do 4th of July. So T-shirt versus T-shirts. That's a good question, guys. When you look on Google and you check out the auto suggest for things, maybe I could capitalize the word July. And you auto suggest things, they will recommend T, the capital T dash capital S for shirt. T dash S shirt. But if you're on a mobile device like iOS and you type in T-shirt, it'll auto correct it as capital T, no space, capital S-H-I-R-T, T-shirt. When you look on AutoSuggest or like, let's say Merch Informer is a fantastic tool by Neil Lawson. He will give you some metrics around the best keywords that people are using. So you might want to put in something like the word T, T-E-E space shirt. That gives you both T and shirt because there's two different words, right? So sometimes people will say, I'm looking for a funny cat shirt. I'm looking for a laser unicorn, dancing in the sky shirt or whatever they're looking for, rainbows and space. And so by having the word T, T-E-E, and then the word shirt, then anybody that's looking for a shirt will automatically see that in the search description. So there's a lot of angles for keywords. I don't go into a super huge amount of detail in the book about keywording. The reason for that is I have a really specific way that I keyword my shirts, and I do it across all the pods, and it's really specific. So if I put in the book how I actually do it, it would kind of blow the lid off all the designs and everything that I have across all the pods. Like right now I'm on 14 different print-on-demand sites. I'm on Gear Bubble, Sunfrog, Merch by Amazon, Redbubble, Zazzle, Cafe Press, Teespring, Spreadshirt, Teechip, TeePublic. I have a personal website. I'm on Shopify. I'm on both sides of Amazon. So you can do Merch by Amazon and then the Amazon through Seller Central side. So I do have links to services that will help you with keywording. We're not doing that live on the show because it takes a bit more time, and we're already an hour. We're an hour into the show here, guys. So any other last minute things here? We got 4th of July president. Okay, that's a good one.
Patriotism.
Okay, maybe patriotism. Good. How about patriot?
Good one.
Now, patriot we may need to be careful about. Patriot is the model of a Jeep. There's a Jeep Patriot, right? So be careful with that. It may or may not be trademarked. These platforms tend not to be as aggressive around trademark enforcement. With Merch by Amazon, I believe they have 2 stages. They have a bot stage, which actually does it automatically, like a machine does it. And then it gets flagged, then it goes to a person, and then the person makes a choice or not, and then it can go a level up to a manager. So if you're wondering about your review times on Merch by Amazon, you'll see those different stages. With the other pods, generally speaking, they're a little bit less aggressive about the trademark use. So Patriot, I think, is a great term to describe the shirt. It may or may not get flagged because Jeep Patriot is probably trademarked, right? So just be careful about that, guys. If it does get flagged, they'll send you an email. Often they'll tell you what the words are. You can change them and then resubmit them. So don't be crazy about it. You don't have to be like worried if the word freedom is trademarked or the word Veterans Day. This is very generic. But Patriot, it's kind of like one of those middle grounds, right? It's a brand name, a Jeep Patriot, but it's also like Patriot missiles. I think it's probably trademarked. So we'll put it in there and we'll see what happens because it does accurately describe the shirt and it's kind of generic, but just watch out with this. Independence Day, I'm not going to put in. That will definitely get flagged. Anything from a movie studio, like Independence Day, the movie that came out in 1996 with, who's that? Will Smith?
Will Smith, yeah.
Don't put in Independence Day. It's a good suggestion because it is a holiday, but movie studios, names of popular movies, if it's in the top 100 most popular movies of all time, I don't recommend using it. You can risk it. The risk is always yours to take, guys, but I don't recommend it. So. And
he knows his wife is risk averse.
My wife is risk averse. This is her account, guys. So we're going to leave it there. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 different tags. I think that will get us found.
Yeah.
Campaign links. So just like Teespring, T-Launch, a few other platforms that we're probably going to get to in future episodes, GearBubble is a campaign-based system. So it will start a campaign. It'll count down from whatever number of days it starts at until it gets to 0. And then at 0, if you don't have it set to automatically renew, in this case, GearBubble calls it evergreen, and we'll get to that in a minute, it will stop being listed. So it creates some urgency, and this also drives the desire to want to market your campaigns, because when you market it to a group of people and they see it's running out of time, it kind of creates some urgency, and people will tend to buy it more quickly than if there wasn't the urgency. Other people just get annoyed by it, but if they click an ad, they probably want the shirt anyways, so it's fine. Do you want to set it at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days?
6 days, sure.
6 days? Okay. So Terry's going to go for a long campaign. You want it to end at midnight?
Sure.
Okay,
I don't know.
it's going to end at midnight on May 9th, guys. Now choose a URL. This is something that's very interesting. GearBubble allows you to choose a URL for your stores. Remember, this is a traditional listing. We picked that choice under select your product. I think even before select your product, when we went to launch a campaign, we chose traditional.
Yeah.
If you created a store, you can have a custom URL. It's going to start with gearbubble.com/ and then you can put whatever URL you want. So if it's taken, it'll tell you. If it's available, it will tell you as well. So what do you want your custom URL to be? Gearbubble.com/
Freedom.
Freedom. Okay. Freedom already in use. Please try a different URL.
Freedom-peace.
-peace. Aha. Already taken.
Already taken.
And it's auto-suggested. Now, just as a side note, I'm on a Mac, so if I type in the same box, the exact same thing, it will say it. So I actually have a shirt on GearBubble in my store that is tagged with part of that URL. So already in use, try a different URL. What else do you want to try?
Freedom.
Yeah.
With the Amsterdam, the and sign.
And?
Yeah, peace.
Okay, you can't do it because it's not selected.
You're right.
So do you see what we're showing you here, guys? Down below, right here in the red letters, URL is invalid. Capitals and special letters are not allowed. Okay, this is stuff that you're going to learn as you use it. So if you're just starting out, it's kind of interesting. It's educational to see that. But once you start using them, more and more you use any of the platforms, you're going to see these things pop up. And you're going to know, okay, no capitals, no special characters, dashes are okay, hyphens are fine, right? Numbers, I believe, are okay as well. Yeah, so freedom 1, 2, 3 if you want. But let's, Sean.
Freedom 7-4.
We got, hold on. Anna Zax suggests freedom, peace, choice.
Cool.
You good with that?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay, so we'll do freedom,
There's 2 D's.
peace. Yeah, well, we can do spelling errors. It's a unique.
No, we can't.
Choice. Okay, let's correct this. Freedom.
It did say no special characters, so those dashes might not be allowed. But
Dashes are allowed. We've established that earlier. So special characters would be like an ampersand, hashtag, @ percentage, star. Those are the special characters we're talking about. There's a few other ones. You can't use a tilde. You can't use the hyphen, apostrophe, single, or double, so no quotes. You can't use a pipe, which is the straight up and down one that's on a Mac keyboard is above the return. You can't use brackets, curly brackets, but dashes are okay. So it gives you a checkbox, guys. When you've got something that works, this is where you'll send buyers to view your campaign. It's got a checkbox. That's when you know you're okay. If you want to, what I like to use is if it's taken and I really, really want the keywording, I'll add numbers. So I'll add like, if I did, let's say freedom-peace, it was taken, I might do freedom-peace 2 or 3 or 6 or 1, 2, 3. If you add numbers, typically they're not taken, right? Maybe 365 or 24/7 or something like that. If you add those little numbers to the end, the reason why it's important is websites that use that act as search engines like Google or Yahoo or Bing or DuckDuckGo or like any of the search engines that people use, they will actually pick up those individual words with the dashes between them. And so even if the one that you're using is taken, you can just do dash and then a number, and you'll still get those keywords inside your URL. It'll help with SEO a little bit. All of the pods really do try and aggressively compete for SEO because it's the lifeblood of organic traffic for them through the search engines. But if you add a number, it's kind of a little tip or whatever. Okay, let's move on to pricing. So set the sell price. We got a unisex t-shirt here. It auto suggests $22.50. Okay, GearBubble just says, hey, you know what? You're not going to tell us what it is? Fine, $22.50. How about that? That gives us a profit of $16.55.
That's too much.
Well, you never know, right? So the higher the price, the more profit you get per sale, but you might not get as many sales. Our son, Jonathan, who's 7, did a video on YouTube about that. He talks about pricing. It's kind of interesting if you check it out. So what kind of price do you want to put in? You said that was too high.
I would like to do $18.
$18.
Yep.
Okay, so you can backspace it out. 18. You don't have to put .00, but I'll just for fun. .00. I hit the tab key. as soon as you hit tab, it automatically calculates your profit per sale. So at $18, Tara Topping, my wife here, is going to make, there she is, it's a big smile, right? She likes to make the profit sales. She'll make $12.05, and the pricing that you see on here by default is in US dollars. But because I'm sitting in Canada, after we make this go live, you'll notice it calculates my geographic region. It will show it in Canadian dollars. So for your international buyers, it will automatically find out what your country code is, and it'll default to the currency of your country code. That's something we found out just by testing the site out and using it. Mm-hmm. So if you want to click for a profit preview, you can click that, and this will actually give you at different sales amounts how much you make. So if Tara here were to sell 5 shirts at $18, she's going to make, in one color, $60.25. That's the profit she'll make. If you could scale up here to 250, she'd make just under $3,000. If she sold 500 units of these, it goes to 6,750, gets you almost 10 grand. You use 1,000 shirts, boom, $12,000 US dollars. You convert that to Canada, it's some kind of crazy, insane number. So this doesn't affect your sales, but it gives you an idea, and you can pick numbers between those dots, right? So let's say Tara's really interested in 104 units. She's going to make $1,253.20. So maybe you have a goal. This is great for fundraising. You can be like, hey guys, let's try and sell 600 shirts. So you dial it into 600. That tells you how much money you need to raise. It's kind of a fun thing. It really has no bearing whatsoever on your sales. It's just an estimator to get you excited about it. You can choose what your buy button is going to be. So buy it now. We're just going to go with the default on that unless you have something special.
No, buy it now.
Some people might say get it now or buy here or, you know, add to cart. You can change the text here. I know, Sean, you're like a internet marketer. You might have some ideas on the text button.
Buy it now usually, works. I mean, for us. So.
Okay, what's the default, right? So again, we said earlier in the call, the platforms win when we win. So they're going to suggest whatever the thing that tends to work is, because they want it to work, right? So they suggest buy it now. I'll go with that. I think that's the default for, isn't that the default for eBay too?
Yeah.
Okay, so changes, charge more for bigger sizes. This is the fat tax button here. Okay, I'm going to unclick that.
No fat tax.
So it adds $2 for each size that is above extra large, okay? So if you want to like help people to lose weight and, add to the anxiety of overweight, obesity in America, you just check that off and you get an extra $2 for anything that's over XL.
Not doing it.
Now, Gear Bubble, we didn't touch on this, the sizes. The sizes go small, medium, large, extra large, 2 times extra large, 3 times extra large, 4 times extra large. John, you're going to love this. 5 times extra large. You can get all those sizes on Gear Bubble on their unisex t-shirt by default. You don't have to do anything special. It just defaults to it. So we now have an $18 shirt. We're not going to charge people extra money for large sizes because why would we do that? I don't even know why it defaults to that. It kind of makes me mad. And it goes all the way up to 5XL. Okay, so we're going to leave that. Now, Evergreen, what that means is it's going to automatically renew. So remember we set this to a 6-day countdown. So May 9th, it's going to be like, okay, at May 9th, boom, it's available and then it ships for everybody. We're going to leave it as Evergreen. That means it's going to restart the countdown at another 6 days after this original campaign ends. And if you want to change this, you can always go back into the settings. You can click on Edit. You can change it. So if you make a mistake or you do something or you change your mind, you want to like speed up the order process or whatever, you can do that. One tip that I would generally use, and we're not using my tip here today, but if you have a lower countdown time and you have it set to auto-renew, Teespring is another good example of a countdown site. If you lower that number, then people who are ordering the shirt get their shirts faster.
Oh, I know.
Okay, because it doesn't ship until the end of the campaign.
I see.
Sites do that kind of to gauge how many shirts they need for a campaign. It also creates urgency, and when you're marketing it, it can be advantageous to have a longer period. I don't know if Tara's going to market this heavily or not, or if it's going to be organic sales. I'm not sure. But if you lower your campaign length, then your customers will get the shirt faster than they would if
let's lower it then.
Okay, you want to change
That's
it?
a really good pro tip. So I would like to change it down to, let's say, 3 days.
3 days?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're kind of right in the middle.
Yep.
So 1 to 6 is the options. We do it 3 days. When you go in and click on Edit, it gives you more options. You can change it. So you're gonna go evergreen. You want it to continue after it runs out?
Yep.
Okay, I recommend that too. Why not? Set back to default. So now something we didn't mention before, when we were doing the design, we showed you the front, we showed you the back. Not all sites allow you to print on both the front and the back at the same time, right? But GearBubble does. So if you want to print on the front and the back, not only does it allow you to do both, right? But it also does not charge you extra money, which is kind of interesting because they have default pricing, right? So if you want to do a front and back, you can have 2 different designs, one design on the front, one on the back, maybe have like a little logo on the front, a little big thing on the back. It's great for concerts, it's great for fundraisers. It's kind of a cool way to brand things as well. If you got a problem with copycatting, you could put like a micro print on the front and maybe a design on the back, or the other way around. Maybe put your brand on the back near the neck. It's kind of a cool way to brand your shirts so that you know they're authentic. Terms of service. This is something Tara is going to have to agree to here. Okay. I have read and agreed to the terms of service and can confirm that the images, the slogans, the content used in my campaign do not infringe upon any rights of any third party.
I can agree to that.
Right. So if you agree to that, guys, you just check the box here. The terms of service link is right here. So if you want to read it, you can go do that. You're saying that you've read it. And, you know, Tara knows that my account here, so I don't know when you read it. Maybe you read it when I was on my account. But this is a brand new account. So assuming it's under the same terms of service.
Yep.
So we're going to hit launch campaign. Hit the green button. You'll notice a theme throughout GearBubble. The launch a campaign is a green button. To sign up was a green button. To launch the campaign once you have the thing set up is a green button. Okay. Congratulations, you launched a new campaign. There's the web address. So it's GearBubble, you know, https://www.gearbubble.com/freedom-peace-choice exclamation point. And remember, we can't add the exclamation point, but they can. So they add it to the end. I'm not sure why they do that, but that's what it is. And actually, that's just part of the sentence. So if I was a programmer, which I am, I would maybe suggest that GearBubble puts a space between the end of the URL and the exciting exclamation point at the end, but they don't do that, so that's fine. So launch a campaign. We just did that. We can view the campaign. We can optimize the campaign. We can set up an upsell, right? So maybe buy a shirt, but maybe you want to upsell them on the beanie, right? So you could have a shirt and beanie, or maybe a necklace or a mug. You could like buy the shirt. Maybe you want leggings to complete that outfit, right? Set up a pixel. We didn't touch on this because we're kind of running out of time here. It's 9:15 p.m. It's kind of late now. It's 9:15. So guys, you can add Facebook pixels. And you can track traffic coming from Facebook into GearBubble. It has Facebook pixel integration. You can also add Google Analytics. So if you want to see the demographic information, like where your buyers are, generally the estimated age of them, male or female, what kind of device they're using, right? Is it mobile? Is it desktop? You can see all that stuff with Google Analytics. You just add the Google Analytics code from Google Analytics. You drop it into your campaign. You can do it on the store level, or you can do it on the shirt level. You just add it to your GearBubble account and you can track all those things. I'm going to take a pause right there before we select one of these. Any other questions that have come up, Sean? Something that's really outstanding we should address here?
No, but definitely put a pixel in everything you possibly can. So, you know, if you need help, I can help you set that up. You know, definitely, I mean, that's really the most important thing. If you put a pixel in anything, you know, especially one for Facebook, once you drop that pixel in, anybody who visits that page, you can now create an ad and target them again. So you don't have to have their email. You don't have to have any data. I mean, the pixel is really where the money is at these days if you don't have an email. So anybody who views that page, if it's installing the pixel at that point and not on a sale, which is what I would assume it does, you can then retarget those people. And you can be advertising ads, running Facebook ads to everybody who hits that pixel. And multiple pods have those pixels. So anybody who's even looking at your stuff, now you can be running ads right in Facebook. Just like you see when you go to Amazon, you look at a product and then later on you're on Facebook and you're seeing ads for that same product over and over again until you actually go and buy it. Then that's what's going on. The pixel was installed from your Facebook account, and now they're retargeting you with ads. It's amazing.
I totally agree. Add your Facebook pixels, guys. Sean, can you do a video on your Facebook channel, the Mastering the Pod with Sean Mayo? Can you add one with how to do a Facebook pixel? For some people don't know how to do it, right?
Yeah, I can show how to get the pixel information.
And also Google Analytics. That'd be a good two-part series, right?
What's that?
Do one for Facebook Pixel and do a second one for Google Analytics, because most of the pods now, guys, like we looked at Sunfrog last week. They also allow Pixel. They also allow Google Analytics. Add both of them, and you can really drill down and figure out a lot of information about your buyers. You can retarget them, as Sean mentioned. You can do similar audiences, right, with a Pixel. With Analytics, you can target demographics for Google AdWords. You can use the information on what's it called, YouTube. You can use it for AdWords. You can use it for Google Shopping placement. It's really useful stuff. And it's stuff that you cannot do through Merch by Amazon, because they don't even tell you how many people clicked on it, right? All they tell you is you have a design and you made a sale, we're paying you a royalty. You have no idea how many people clicked on it. You don't know what the views are. You don't know when they clicked on it. You can't track a campaign to the design by default. You can do that through maybe sell.io or something else that you can add information and check it. But basically, if you want to be tracking your designs more clearly, take advantage of the things that these pods offer you, because they're integrated. They're built in. They want you to succeed. So add a pixel, add Google Analytics. Any other questions that came up, Sean? I don't have the question thing up.
No, I don't think we had any questions there. Additional training over there. Yeah, I'm all, definitely about the marketing. So, Julie, it's going to be awesome to have additional training on the advertising stuff. I have no clue about how to get anyone to any of my pods. So,
we can touch on that.
How to run ads. That's what we do. I actually get about 3,000 pixel strikes in every 7 days currently. So
I thought you were going to say like an hour or something. We're like I get like 7,000 or 8,000 an hour, maybe every 2 days. I get a week. Okay, that's reasonable. That's like 1,000 a day. Right?
It's from different things. Obviously, it's not just for print on demand, because we're really not doing a ton of print on demand stuff. But marketing for one thing is the same as marketing for something else. So as long as you can get those pixel hits, from people looking at POD sites, you can then have an ad running to those people who are getting those pixel hits. And
okay, good.
Have emails to get that.
All right, so I can see Julia says that would be awesome. Anna, let's do that, please. Gallagher Sweeney says that would be amazing. And there's 14 other people that are watching live right now that didn't say anything. So if you need help with the chat, just click on chat, type something in, let us know you're here. We'd love to see hello. It is a live show. So what do you want to do next, Sean? Do we want to show the people the heavy machinery? We pull out the guns here, show them how to totally plaster this thing all over the internet, or what?
Sure, if you'd like to plaster things on the internet. All
right, guys, let's do that. Let's, just for fun, let's view our campaign, make sure it's looking okay. There it is. So you can view your thing. Again, I mentioned this earlier. It automatically targets your country that you're in, and you can change your currency if you don't like it. I'm in Canada, so it automatically shows me Canadian dollars. So it's $24.90, even though it's $18 US. That's what we set it for. We can change the currency up here. So I can change it from Canadian, US. Man, there's a big delay with this live screen recording thing. Okay, US dollars, Australian dollars, Canadian dollars, euros, GBP, that's pounds, right? Great Britain pounds. So you got the pound, euro, Canadian dollars, Australian dollars, US dollars. 3 kinds of dollars. Very exciting. They do ship worldwide, though. So, you might have somebody buying in China. Notice it doesn't show the yen. It doesn't show the renminbi. It doesn't show like pesos for Mexico. But these are 5 currencies that you can select. If you want to see, let's say, in euros, how much do you think that's going to be, Tara?
I don't know.
Don't use this as a currency converter. It's not a good idea. 1672 euros. Okay, so you got your German friends. You want to send them a link, go for it. You can also change your shipping to address. So there's United States, Canada, international. Not sure why they single out Canada, maybe because we're awesome, not sure. 6 to 10 days, takes longer than the US. US is 4 to 7 business days. So if you're new to the platform, it's good for you to know this stuff. International, 7 to 12 business days. Okay, we're gonna take your suggestion. I was kind of just toying with you guys. That's not the big guns. The big guns when you go to your account. So you're gonna go to your account. Okay, you're gonna see that today is May 3rd. It's already given us our design here. And freedom, peace, love, that's the URL. It shows you the time. It shows you there's 3 days remaining. It shows you how much profit you've made, how many orders you have, how many units you sold. If you have more than one campaign, it does this for all of them, guys. It just stacks them up. You can see them all. You can check on your old campaign. So if you don't have it set to evergreen, you can go to inactive campaigns. We just set up this account live, so there's no inactive campaigns. And then you can see all campaigns. That's going to be your active and your inactive ones. So again, it'll show you if you have more than one design, it'll show you those things. You can, we mentioned earlier in the webinar, you can edit it. You can go to settings. You can change it. You can send messages to people. You can get advertising photos. Somebody asked about that earlier, about mock-ups and stuff. So if you want to choose the dimensions for it, and check this out, guys. It's auto-loading all these colors. I want to see that on a hoodie. I want to see it on a tank top. I want to see it on a background with snowflakes, with Halloween. Sean, are you catching this? Are you on your phone, buddy? Check it out. Halloween backgrounds with pumpkins and stuff, right? I mean, you can have snowflakes. You can have like summary type things. You can have different types of shirts, right? So let's say we want to show this on a blue shirt. No problem. We can change our image. And these are not pasted images. These are mock-ups that they've created. The background is unique to them. They have you can have men or women in the background. You can have different shirts, different colors. Just click download. What it's going to do is it's going to give you the full-size image here. And then you can save image as and put it wherever you want. So let's call this blue mock-up, and we'll call it freedom, peace. And we can use that later. So we'll save that. Boom, puts it in your downloads. I'm on Chrome, but you can do this with anything. Go back here. It's a new window, so if you want to make a bunch of them, you can do that. So you can make one. You can do the dimensions. So you got 1200 by 1200. That gives you one set of mock-ups. Again, there's like a green hunting background, front, back. You could have this guy. This is the guy. If you can't tell, there's guys. Or you can have the ladies. Pick either one. Front, back. Okay, hoodie, shirt, V-neck, racerback, men's, women's, unisex, all the different designs, right? So you've got a Halloween background. You've got the plain wood background. You have, maybe we'll do a snowy one. Actually, it's not snowy time of year. You can have wood. You can have, let's do this one here. The reason I'm showing you this, guys, you can do more than one. Okay, so if you put out a campaign, you want to like create a carousel ad on Facebook ads, for example. You want to flip through like a whole bunch of images. You can get all your images here. So again, you're going to download it. Boom, it's got the image here. You can save as. I'm going to save it as the same as my last one. Maybe put the number 2 on it. 2. Boom. So you can make a bunch of images. And again, they're in different tabs. So if you're worried about losing track of them, they stay up there until you close them. Again, a little teaser, guys. The big guns here, the tanks, is when you go to your account. I know I've been teasing you a bit. I shouldn't tease, eh? No. It's like an hour and a half in. People that stay to the end of these calls, guys, if you're watching live or the replay, here's the big guns. Join the dropship program today.
Snap.
Sean, let's say there was a program. Let's call it a dropship program. And let's say you had 3 choices: Amazon, eBay, or Shopify. What do you think you would choose?
Amazon, probably. I mean, I don't understand what exactly that means, you know.
Okay, all right. I'm going to lay it down for you guys.
Drop shipping from Amazon, I mean from Shopify, but you'd be drop shipping from Amazon, obviously. So, so are you creating a drop shipping?
What is this drop? What is this drop shipping program?
To list it on your Amazon, eBay, or Shopify site. So if you had those, I mean, just like listing on a bunch of print-on-demand sites, I mean, why aren't you listing on all 3 of those?
That's the right answer. That's the answer I was looking for. If you have the choice between Amazon, eBay, or Shopify, the choice is all 3, guys. list everywhere. This is a multi-pod, what's it called? Series, right? We told you about Redbubble. Redbubble is awesome. It has tons of organic traffic. They make they make Google shopping ads for you. They pay for the advertising space on your behalf. You just don't get this on other pods. We talked about Sunfrog, guys. Sunfrog has a one customer for life. So if they make a single sale, they will remarket to that customer forever until they keep buying. That's why they grow so much.
And do they ever?
Okay, GearBubble, superpower GearBubble here. You have direct integration into Amazon, eBay, and Shopify. And then you can connect your Shopify store. You can double integrate into Amazon, guys. So let's say you have a design. Let's say it's called the Freedom or Peace, I Choose Both design. You might want to put that on Merch by Amazon. Okay, so people can find it on Amazon through Merch by Amazon. And while you're waiting for them to evaluate whether or not you can do it or not, you can go to GearBubble and you can drop it into Amazon yourself, guys. You can set it up right through Seller Central. Okay, so you click on Amazon. We don't have time to go through this, but it's worth going through at some point. So what it does is it charges you a monthly fee, and it gives you integration directly into the platform. So there's a video about it. We showed you where it is on the site. So if you missed that, it's right here. Underneath Launch Campaign, join the dropshipping program, Amazon, eBay, Shopify. So we click on Amazon. It's going to show you in the video exactly how to do it. It's a YouTube video. You can watch it on YouTube. You can watch it on whatever device you're on. And then they have plans. Okay, so for $27 a month, you can push up to 300 products to Amazon, and that gives you 1,000 orders a month. So you got to evaluate. Would it be worth it? Here's a trick question, okay? Sean Mayo, see if you can pass my tricky question. Let's say you uploaded 300 ASINs, 300 products to Amazon.com, and you had up to 1,000 orders per month. Do you think you could generate $27 during that month on your designs?
Well, yeah, definitely, of course.
Probably, right? Let's say you wanted to take it to the next level, go pro. They got a pro plan, obviously more money, almost 3 times as much, $97 a month. This is US dollars, okay? This is not cheap. It's not free. Setting up in the pod, free. Marketing through the pod, free. Adding your pixel, free. Adding Google Analytics, it's free, okay? They do charge you some money here, $97 a month. Let's read this together. Push unlimited products to Amazon, guys. You want to load up 600,000 items to Amazon? Go for it. They're not going to limit you because it's not going through Merch by Amazon. I'm going to just, you know what? This is a special occasion, Sean. I'm switching my glasses.
Okay.
This is a message from, what's the guy's name?
Seth Rogen.
This is a message from Seth Rogen. I'm here with Jacob Topping and Sean Mayo and whoever else is watching live. Okay, this is a Seth Rogen moment. Sign up for these things. It's ridiculous. Imagine you have 10,000 designs on GearBubble that you uploaded today because they don't limit how many you can upload. There's no limit. There's no tier. You got 10,000 designs. Boom. Put them all in there. What are you going to do? You sign up for the pro plan, okay? It's $97 a month. Upload all of them, all 10,000 designs to Amazon.com, okay? And then allow it to auto-fulfill your unlimited orders. There's no limits. Okay? This message is brought to you by the Seth Rogen of pods. All right, I'm back. This is regular Yankee, Jacob. So, Sean, what do you think? I mean, I'm not going to set this up right now because it takes a bit of time. You got to watch the video. You have to have an Amazon account. It has to be approved for apparel. Okay, you got to connect it. There's a bunch of stuff. All the instructions are how to do it, how it works. Okay, there's 8 easy steps. All right. So create a design. Text-based is fine for a mug. Upload to GearBubble. Click on Add a Product to Amazon. It's a beautiful Amazon little smile there. Click Auto Fulfill to Amazon. Take sales on Amazon. It's automated. So if people click on Amazon, boom, auto fulfills on GearBubble. Automatic. You know? Have you seen my t-shirt, Automate Everything, Sean?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, if you go to Amazon.com, type in the word Jacob Topping, you're going to automate everything. You should totally automate everything.
Let's totally hit the brakes right now, okay?
Okay,
So
take it out.
this to Amazon. Is it listing it in GearBubble's Amazon account? How is it being sold? Or is it being sold through your own account somehow?
Do you remember, Trevor?
What's that? I didn't hear the question.
When we set it up on GearBubble, is it going through Amazon's GearBubble's Amazon account or our Amazon account? It's going through our Amazon account, I believe.
I think it's ours because you have to have the approval, right? You have to be approved on merchants.
That's a good question. I would have to check that, Sean.
I think it's ours, but it's...
I don't know because I'm a cheap guy. I haven't paid the $27 a month. I recommend people do it, but I haven't done that yet. Like I said before, when I wrote the book, I wasn't even on GearBubble yet, so I'm new to the platform. I haven't set it up yet. I'll be the first to tell you. I haven't done it, so I don't know.
Okay.
I believe most of the platforms, when they have direct integration, you do it through your own personal Seller Central account. So that's my understanding.
Because you have to have the...
Let's go for the drop shipping. Okay. So I've seen the first steps.
Yeah, it'll list as an MF, so it'll be merchant fulfilled. But when they click on it, it automatically tracks. The signal gets sent from Amazon into GearBubble. It gets automatically fulfilled. And then after it's fulfilled, the message gets sent from GearBubble back up to Amazon. So that's technically how it works on the back end. So you don't have to worry about like getting an email or dealing with it. It's fully automated, okay? The sales are input into the dashboard. GearBubble fulfills the product, and the tracking number updates to Amazon. Those are the steps. So it is fully automated. I know that. I've seen other people using this before. I haven't set it up myself because I'm super cheap and I don't have an extra $27 a month. Just kidding, I do, but I haven't set it up yet because I'm relatively new to GearBubble. I've set it up in the last 30 days. But you can do direct integration to Amazon. You can do direct integration to eBay, and you can do direct integration to Shopify. Interestingly enough, once it's integrated to Shopify, you can then fan it out to a bunch of platforms. Okay, so this is like, in my opinion, the superpower of GearBubble. They also have some unique products, like the thermal mugs are very popular.
And then the jewelry.
The jewelry is very popular, gold and silver jewelry. The beanies, adding extra products. But so this is how Amazon's thing works. Okay, you can do that. If you go back, there's also integration for eBay, so you can click on that. They have a full video explaining how to do it here. It's a little bit less expensive, so it's $17 a month for the Essential. That gives you 20 products versus 300 on the Amazon, and 5,000 orders a month, which is higher. Amazon gives you 1,000 per month on their first plan. And then for 27, you get unlimited push products to eBay and unlimited auto-fulfill orders. Okay, so it is less expensive on the eBay integration than it is on the Amazon integration. But you can integrate both, and once they're integrated, they're fully automated. The steps are outlined here. I mean, we've been in here for more than an hour and a half, so people can go and check this yourself, but you really should check it out. There's 8 steps for both, and the video is actually really good. It goes through and explains exactly how you do it. And then the third one here is Shopify. If you go into the Shopify App Store, there is not a GearBubble app. But I touched on this last week. I said you can integrate it into Shopify, but it's not in the App Store. So what you do is you do it on the GearBubble side. There's a free plan, which I should probably do. Why haven't we set them up? We haven't set this up yet. So there's we're doing all kinds of other stuff right now, Sean. So we're changing our house around for the Merch Madness Research Development. I've been on the road for the month, during which I set this up. There's a free plan to Shopify. You can get $1 per item. You can only move up to 25 products to the Shopify store. This is a website that you can sell online on your own domain. You can use it for 100 sales, but it's free. You want to pay $27 a month, you get 1 store, no per item fees, you save that $1 per item. You get 2,000 units per month allowed at the level. And then the Pro plan, unlimited units, unlimited drop shipping on up to 5 Shopify stores. Okay? You can have more than 1 Shopify store, and you can have 5 different stores, and you can back-end fulfill everything through GearBubble. When we get into some of the future calls, like we're going to do FanPrint next, but some of the future calls, we should definitely go to the Printful is a good idea. Teespring is another one that integrates directly into Amazon. Shopify is worth going into. It's pretty amazing. The Shopify is like a whole ecosystem. It's got hundreds of thousands of apps, like and sort of users and thousands of apps. It's really something. So guys, check out those 3 things. In my opinion, they're probably the 3 most powerful ways that you can leverage the power of automatic fulfillment with the power of a large platform. Shopify gives you access to like websites, custom stuff on the internet. eBay is a huge platform, and Amazon, obviously the world's largest platform, specifically in the US, the world's largest retailer as well. So integrate all 3 of them. You know, you don't have to choose. You can do this one for free first. Get your Shopify store. You can get a Shopify account for $9.99 a month. There's links in the book, Merch in the World of Print on Demand. Set it up. $10 a month. You get 14-day free trial, and you can connect GearBubble straight into your Shopify store. You can make sales before you even start paying. It's amazing.
Yeah, definitely. You have to have the game. I was just reading some comments that people have made on Facebook.
Yeah.
It was live on here. There's limits. Xless says there's limits only 20 per day on GearBubble, and only allows 100 per week on Amazon.
Not orders though. That's uploads, right? There's definitely, you can get unlimited orders, guys. It's uploads for sure.
Yeah, you can definitely do as many orders if you want.
I mean, you put up a listing and you get 1 million orders, it'll fulfill 1 million orders for you. All right, so we're gonna leave it there, I think. And is there any other questions before we wrap it up?
Just Lillian asked, do you organic sales on GearBubble? So I'm assuming,
so
are you just doing organic, or are you sending any paid traffic?
Okay, so on all the platforms that I'm on at the moment, I do organic traffic on all of them. You can market to them. There's information in the book, Merch in the World of Print on Demand, on how to market. So we cover like Facebook marketing, Instagram marketing, Twitter marketing. What's the other one?
Which you have done. You just
Yeah, I've done it in the past. So right at the moment, we're just too busy with other things, Sean. We're doing a bunch of, I mentioned the renovations. I was on the tour of the conferences.
We're wrapping up the printed book, which is taking some.
The printed book is taking forever to do because, like I mentioned, there's a lot of new content. So personally, at the moment, I'm doing all organic traffic. If you want to increase, yeah, I have done it in the past. I've used like Facebook as a fantastic platform for marketing traffic to. I did that during Halloween, and I got significant results. So when you market, you will definitely, if it's a successful marketing campaign, you'll definitely see a lot more traffic to your websites. I recommend it if you are looking to maximize the number of sales. Like let's say you want to try to tier up on Merch by Amazon, or you're trying to reach a sales number on GearBubble. There's a couple nuances on GearBubble that we didn't touch on. Some of the products are limited until you have a certain number of sales. So if you want to do a beanie or a mug or something, some of those things are limited to available after you've done a certain number of sales. It's not a tier per se, but it is limited until you have sales. So when you do marketing, you will get to your tiers and your levels and your limits and stuff. You'll just get there faster. Whether you make a profit on it or not is debatable. It depends on the marketing campaign. It depends on how you've run it. I recommend affiliate marketing. I think it's a really fantastic way to do it, both on your designs individually. So Sunfrog, we talked about that. People can affiliate your designs and you get paid 5% artist fees. But on the flip side of it, if you go into an influence marketer, so let's say you go to Instagram and you contact somebody that has like 5,000 viewers or followers or whatever, and they can promote your stuff for you, as long as it has the hashtag ad in it, then it's FTC compliant in the US. The FTC kind of came down on people. There's a big debacle on the news and stuff, so it's a little bit controversial. But you will get more sales if you market your designs. At the moment, currently, because I'm working on the book and I'm on the tour, the Merch Madness tour, we've done 2 legs already to 38 cities and 14 states and 3 provinces. So I've been on the road quite a bit talking about merch stuff to people. So I just do organic sales at the moment. Hopefully that answers the question. Any other Q&A?
No, I think that's it. I think we're going to wrap it up here.
Okay. There is more to GearBubble. Like if we had a ton of extra time, I don't have a ton of time. We've got people coming over tomorrow morning, so we have to be in bed pretty soon here. But there is more to GearBubble. We could either do a second show to get some of the deep dive stuff, but You can add discounts, for example. So you can do coupons. You can have special codes that people put in. You can send somebody a design of yours and have them affiliate your products. You could also affiliate other products. So you can make money off of other people's designs, just like Sunfrog. You can have multiple stores. You can have multiple campaigns. You can run multiple designs per store, and you can have multiple stores, each with its own URL on Gearbubble. Again, you can integrate into Amazon, eBay, and Shopify. That's very powerful. I recommend people do that. What else? The countdowns, I think we mentioned that tip earlier. If you have a shortened countdown timer, then your products are shipped out faster because they don't ship until the countdown ends. Any other comparisons or anything?
No, you covered it well.
Okay. Sean, any other last minute thoughts, tips, preview next week?
Go out and upload some stuff. I'm sure you guys already have a ton of designs. So, if you're not already on Gearbubble, upload some and, see how they go. You don't have to create promotions for, most any of these to work. So, Gearbubble has their own platform. People are going there just like they're going to, Amazon merch and a lot of the other ones. They're going there looking for the products already. So, don't be afraid to just upload them. I mean, it only, literally takes a couple minutes to get a design on there. So.
It's free, guys. We did it during the call. So you can see it takes 2 minutes max.
Immediate approval.
You get immediately approved. We got a live design right now. You can go, we can post it on the group if you want to buy it. It supports Tara. She loves that stuff. Yeah. There's also lead generation, which I didn't touch on. So lead generation allows you to plug in Gearbubble to Aweber to get response to MailChimp and Constant Contact. So if you have a large email address list, let's say you're an affiliate marketer, let's say you're Sean Mayo, and you have access to thousands of people's email addresses. If you want to plug it into Constant Contact or MailChimp or something, and you want to blast out a design to people, you can integrate those lead generation funnels into Gearbubble. That's something that I have not seen on any other pod. It's unique to Gearbubble. I've seen integration in Amazon on a number of different pods, but not the lead generation. It really is unique. But with that, I'll let you guys explore a little bit more. We could probably do a whole nother show onto the extra things that Gearbubble does, but just in the interest of time, this is almost 2 hours. So I think we'll wrap it up there.
Awesome,
next week, we're doing fan print, right?
Yeah, definitely doing fan print. You really don't want to miss that.
If you like Star Wars, you got to check out next week. Guardians of the Galaxy, next week. Fan print.
Yeah, definitely. You can take designs that they have licensed already, and you can put them in your design and then resubmit them. So they'll have to approve them, of course. Probably can't put profanity and something ridiculous in the designs, but you can take the designs, customize them, and put your own wording or whatever else you want in there, and then upload them. And once they're approved, then you'll have a Star Wars, you'll have a Marvel design that then you can sell, and promote. Which is even more important, being able to have a good licensed brand design that you can now easily promote on Facebook or Google, because there's so many target audiences already created in Facebook, that you could just buy ads and point it towards those people.
Yeah, you want to do Disney Princess, you want to do Marvel Comics, you could do, depending on the pod that you're using, we don't really talk about this too much. If you check out the book, Merch in the World of Print on Demand, I talk about this a little bit. There's some websites, platforms, we call them pods, that allow you to do licensed t-shirts, right? If you want to do Disney, you can do it. You want to do Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, you can make money off those brands. You have access to these pods. DC Comics, right? You want to do Green Lantern shirt? There's pods for that. You want to do the Incredible Hulk, Marvel character? You can do it. If you want to do Luke Skywalker versus Darth Vader versus Darth Maul, Sidious Maul, go for it. There's ways to do it online, and it's not breaking the rules. It's legal. There are channels in pods that allow you to sell these designs legally, and you can make money off them. So tune in next week. We're going to do fan print. What's the date and time on that? It's going to be Wednesday again, Sean?
Yeah, all of these are going to be Wednesdays at 8 p.m. from now on.
Okay.
So just keep an eye out. I think we already created an event. If not, we'll be doing that real soon. Jacob's book, we put the link in the chat, and we'll send it out in an email to everybody. It's really a great deal it's a great deal of information for what he charges.
I want to point out for the book, a lot of people talk about the book, and of course it's got like more than 35 pods, of which we've done 3 weeks in a row. We've talked about a deep dive on each one. But something that's interesting in the book is those free files. So there's a file in the book that gives you access to over 1,000 professions. And these aren't like run-of-the-mill things. These are like ship captain, ship pilot, first mate, visual flight rules instructor. These are unusual professions, but a lot of people do these things, right? They're jobs throughout America and the world. There's also over 1,000 time-based events. So whether it's a holiday or a season, or like maybe it's like Cancer Awareness Month, or
Mental Health Awareness Month.
Mental Health Awareness Month is May. It's May right now, so it's in the list. There's over 1,000 different time-based events, and you can literally, guys. Here's a last minute. So if you watch to the very end, guys, you've been on it for almost 2 hours. Here's a tip: download the book, go into the file called niches, go to sheet number 2, set up an action in Photoshop, copy the items from the spreadsheet into your designs, and make yourself over 1,000 designs in like 10 minutes. And then take all the 1,000 designs, put them on GearBubble, sign up for an unlimited eBay account through the GearBubble integration, and upload thousands and thousands of designs to eBay. You can do that in 1 day. That's my last minute tip. We might want to cut that off for the non-live viewers. Sean, I don't know if you have the ability to snip that off. But if you're